Hey everybody, Multi here. This is it's 30 minutes after midnight, so 12:30 a.m. on June 12th, 2023. And once again, it's been a bit since the last vlog, unfortunately, because it took me so long just to get this last one up for whatever reason. I just held on it for so long for no reason. But anyways, we're back. Another work week is in the bag. It is Monday after all, so basically my days off just started. Um, but yesterday was actually kind of a full day because here's the thing, like this work week was actually a lot different than my typical work weeks because actually my dad came to visit for one thing, and also another thing is that I actually got to train somebody at work, so that was interesting. It was my first time officially training somebody at my job, my current job that is, I've had for the past 2 years now, the overnight stocking job. Now, training somebody, I just think is a step in the right direction towards my chances of actually getting promoted at my job, which may or may not happen the next year or so. I'm kind of indifferent to whether or not that will happen because there's pros and cons to, moving up or staying where I'm at right now. There's good and bad to both things basically, but regardless of what happens, I'm pretty well off financially because I'm pretty good with money from the things I've taught myself over the past several years of doing this stuff on my own. Um, yeah, my hair looks like crap because I haven't showered, and I really need to do that today. So back to my dad visiting this week. He flew in from Minnesota. Well, actually, he had something to do like related to his work back last week in Minnesota. And since he was going to be there for a week and he still had a lot of free time, like after his project was done, he decided that he would take the time to fly out to Wisconsin and come see me. So basically, my dad got to see, basically, yeah, this is my dad's first time in Wisconsin, like ever since I moved here like 4 years ago. And so we basically, um, the problem is like me working with my current work schedule. I don't have my new work schedule yet, which is next month. Where I basically work Sunday nights through Wednesday nights. I'm still my current schedule, which is Wednesday through Saturdays, which is an issue because my dad flew in on Thursday. So for the vast majority of his visit, it was the middle of my work week, so I still had to go to work every night, which means I couldn't be out that much during the daytime to spend time with him. Up until yesterday, but we'll get to that. But yeah, so basically, what happened was I woke up early on Thursday at 5 o'clock because I got a message from him saying that he was flying in early. Because here's the thing, he was originally going to fly in to Appleton later that night, like 10 or 11 o'clock or so, like way after my shift had already started. So I wouldn't have gotten to see him on Thursday originally. But he was at the airport in Minneapolis, and they happened to have an available flight to fly in earlier, like several hours earlier. So that worked out very well for us. So he flew into Appleton, but unfortunately, he was originally gonna fly into Green Bay, the Green Bay airport, because that was the closest regional airport to Fond du Lac that he knew of. Because he thought I still lived in Fond du Lac, I had to explain that to him that that I lived in Neenah actually, and that there was actually a closer airport to Neenah, which is Appleton. So he at the last second changed his flight to Appleton, so that way he could be like just 20-30 minutes away from where I live basically. And he booked the hotel here in Neenah as well. So but it didn't update for the rental car, so basically he had to get up to Green Bay airport, and I had to give him a ride. And we also ate dinner too while we were there in Green Bay. But because of that, I was like 6 minutes late for work. Like I was out for 4 hours with him, and I got back to my apartment just in time to go to work. But I misplaced my wallet or my keys or something. Like every single night before work, I always have this. 9 times out of 10, I always misplace either my keys or my wallet, and I have to go searching for them. So it's really stupid. I need to get like one of those tracker things or something so I can actually find that shit, not lose it constantly. Might look into doing that sometime in the near future because I'm so sick and tired of misplacing my stuff and then having to go search for them. After I've already supposed to have left for work. So it's just such a waste of time every single night, and I get into work late because of that. So it really sucks. So I went into work as usual that night, and that was also when they first had me start training in associates. So yeah, again, that was really interesting and has been interesting for the past 3 days training somebody. But they've been doing really good at their work, so I guess that means I did a good job training them. So yay for me. So I got off work at a Friday morning, and I texted my dad to let him know I was off work because at this point he was at the hotel, but he was still sleeping, and he remained asleep until like 9 a.m. So I had to hang out for like an hour, which is fine. I got to see Misai for an hour, and I also got to do my daily Duolingo and Hello Chinese things because I need to update the streak. I have to keep the daily streak going, so I have to use them at least once every day. Both those apps. It gave me just enough time to do that, and then he woke up and then came here to see my place for the first time. And the first thing we did was we went out to get breakfast, and we went to this place called Papa's Cafe, I think it's called, and it's actually pretty close to where I live. And the stuff there is really expensive, but it's really delicious. It's definitely not somewhere I would go very often, even though despite the fact that it's literally just a short walk from my apartment. I would never eat there normally because it's just so expensive, the stuff I saw on the menu there. But it's local, so the stuff was like really, really delicious and high quality, so yeah, it is what it is. So after we finished eating there, we came back to my place and we played New Super Mario Bros. Wii, because my dad loves those 2D Mario games. He loves New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, and New Super Luigi U. Especially New Super Luigi U. He has played that game like so many times. He's actually trying to speedrun it, basically. So, yeah, my father might actually be an up-and-coming speedrunner of the New Super Mario Bros. Games, which is really insane to me. He doesn't take too well to 3D games, but I will say that on a Friday, or Saturday, yeah, Saturday. So the next day, once again, he was but basically on Thursday we just played New Super Mario Bros. Wii for like an hour. We got through World 1 and like halfway through World 2 basically in that time. But then after that I had to go to bed and get ready for work the next day, so Friday night. And then after I got back from work Saturday morning, once again my dad was asleep until 9 a.m. And once again we went to Papa's Cafe, so same as usual. And then we came back here, and this time we tried a Super Mario 3D World, which is a big deal because my dad, he doesn't take well to 3D games because he doesn't like the fact that there's other directions you have to go besides forward and backwards, basically. So that kind of throws him off, basically. And yeah, we played the Wii U version because it was just easier for me to get, because I already had my Wii U set up on the TV. So we played the Wii U version, but he's actually like he had enough fun playing it with me that when he gets back to where he lives, he's going to actually get the Switch version, and we might be playing that together online. We'll see. But that's just crazy to me, like playing, well, not crazy in a good way, like playing games online with my dad, because not a lot kids have this luxury of their parents being gamers too. But technically both my parents are, because my dad, he really loves this New Super Mario Bros. Games, and my mom's a PC gamer who plays World of Warcraft, so yeah, I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Of course, my dad didn't play video games much at all, like during the time I was growing up, but still. But yeah, either way, my dad ended up enjoying the game a lot more than he thought he would, and it didn't take me that much convincing this time because he's played the New Super Mario Bros. Games so much that he's gone, the gameplay is like he still enjoys playing through them, but not as much as he used to. Eventually it's going to get stale, like playing the same games over and over again, especially those games which people complain about being too basic Mario, basically. So, yeah, it didn't take too much convincing to get him to try the game, especially since I told him that basically it's not open world per se. It's still the same style as those 2D games. So I think he could still enjoy them basically enjoy that game based on that fact alone. But yeah, we got through the first two worlds basically, and it was a really fun time. Well, actually, like partway through World 3 as well. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention. Actually, I need to backtrack a little bit because I will say that my dad actually got to meet Misai on Thursday, and it was that day, or no, not Thursday, on Friday when we were playing New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and so they got to meet each other through the video call, and also Misai got to watch my dad and I playing New Super Mario Bros. Wii like and I even turned on the microphone so she could hear us too. So that was pretty fun. Because my dad gets pretty competitive when he's playing those games, and it's just so much fun. Yeah, yesterday was the really fun day because this is when I got off work and finally was on my days off, and so that meant I had all of Sunday to hang out with my dad essentially, and I didn't have to worry about getting up for work, so I could just sleep in later. So I mean, I could stay up longer and hang out with him. And so that was the day we decided to go sightseeing. So basically, I showed him around basically all the, the highlights of the area that I live in. Essentially, like this whole northeast side of Wisconsin. We basically made a circle like from Neenah down to Fond du Lac, over to Sheboygan, and then up to Green Bay, and back down from Green Bay to Neenah. But we also made a bunch of stops on the way. Most notably, in Green Bay, we actually went to the Lambeau Field, the Packers Stadium, and because my dad is a huge NFL fan, like specifically of the Seahawks, and yeah, I guess he just really wanted to see the Lambeau Field up close. And so you'll probably see. I'll probably put up like a video, maybe a vlog. I guess I could like do like a compilation vlog of sorts, like where it shows all the footage from that I took while we were out sightseeing. So yeah, you'll probably see that in the next few days or so. I'll just post that as a separate vlog or something. I don't know. Out sightseeing with my dad in my own state, basically. Yeah, so we got a close-up view of the stadium, basically kind of walked around the entrance and just got a good, good shots of it from like straight, like looking straight at the entrance, basically. Um, but yeah, there were other places we checked out too, like Lake Michigan and Sheboygan. We kind of walked by the lake there, but it was so windy and like there were a lot of high waves that day, so it was not the best day to go there. Basically, it was like windy and cold. And that's the thing too. Like it's been like unusually cold these past couple days. Like getting down to like stuck in like basically we were in the 60s for the high, and it would sometimes even actually dip below 50 a couple times, like down to 49. Um, the past couple nights. So it's been actually surprisingly cold for some early summer here. But I'm sure it's just temporary. Also, we were down in Fond du Lac, and the main thing I wanted to show him was the lighthouse there because there's a park at the. It's because Fond du Lac's at the south end of Lake Winnebago, and at the on the lake shore there is a park, and on that park is one of the main landmarks of Fond du Lac, and that's the lighthouse. And you can actually go up the lighthouse, and there's like an observation deck on top, and you get a really awesome view of the lake from the south end of it from that observation deck. But we weren't able to go there because apparently it just so happened to be Walleye Weekend in Fond du Lac, which is an annual festival of sorts they have in June or something like that. I never knew about this, and I lived in that city for like 2 years, so that's kind of crazy actually. Because I was around there for like close to three of these festivals. Apparently, I didn't know about it, but yeah, apparently that's the thing. And it just so happened to be this weekend when my dad's visiting, so we weren't able to go there yesterday. But I'm thinking, here's the thing though. My dad, he's still at the hotel actually, and he's actually gonna wake up in like 4 hours or so at 5 a.m. And we still have time to hang out before he has to get on his flight. So what I'm thinking now is probably we're gonna go to. Maybe we might have enough time to go down there and check it out again because it's Monday, so the Walleye Festival should be over, and we should be able to just go there and not have anything blocking our way there, basically. But I guess we'll see. If that's the case, and you'll see footage of that in today's vlog. But everything else, like the Lake Michigan, I think I got bits of Lake Winnebago or something, and then also Lambeau Field when we were standing by the stadium. There'll be video footage of that as well. So yeah, looking forward to that in the next few days. That'll be a vlog on its own. And yeah, I have other things to talk about, but I think I'll save them for next vlog. I figured today I would just focus on talking about my dad's visit and how it's gone so far. And yeah, well, we'll meet up tomorrow or whenever I decide to make the next vlog. But I should be getting more frequent with these things from here on out because it's June, it's summer, the weather's getting nice, and I should be more active from now on. But we'll see about that since regarding the thing I do have to talk about tomorrow. And also, it's been 1 month since, actually, yeah, there's a couple other things I need to mention, like just because they passed already. Yesterday makes 1 month since my passport began its processing at the Department of State. So, we're 4 weeks in, and it's still probably gotta wait about 6 to 9, I think. Yeah, 6 to 9 more weeks at the most is probably how long I'll have to wait for my passport, which is again probably like the beginning of August or so. but we'll see how that goes. And also, June 9th makes 1 year since the day I met Misai for the first time. And I won't go into like how we met per se, because she doesn't want to mention that quite yet. But maybe at some point we'll talk more about that. Maybe when we're actually like together, like physically in a vlog. But who knows? We'll decide things as we go along. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching this vlog, folks, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Alright, well, my father just left. He's headed back to the airport in Green Bay. And unfortunately, we weren't able to go up the lighthouse because apparently they have the entrance to it blocked off. There's like a construction blocking thing there, so we weren't able to go there yet. But I figure might as well get a good look of the sunshine here because, yeah, it's looking very nice today. Yeah. I still got the next 2 nights off, so that's good. Get to enjoy doing my thing as usual. I don't really have any. Well, I should probably get some vlogs up, obviously, but other than that, it's not really much planned here. Nothing I want to go into until it's actually, well, until next vlog or so, because we already talked about a lot in this vlog already, so yeah. Anyways, folks, that's going to be it for today. This has been Monday, June 12th, and by the way, it's still kind of cold today. Like, it got down to 40s last night, and right now it's like 50 something, like it's like in the 50s, so it's not too bad, but still kind of cold for this time of year. And we're probably not going to get 80s again until next week, so yeah, it just seems kind of mild for summer, but whatever. Yeah, it's just nice to see the daylight, I guess, because I don't see it very often in my work schedule and all. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, folks. Bye.